Hey guys, this is MobileGamerNerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only run video. Today we're going to be talking about the Celestial Griffin, Grythion, and he's kind of a pain in the butt. He is kind of a hard stop boss. If you are doing Doom Tower normal for the first time, he can be kind of a pain in the ass, as he does get stronger the longer the fight goes, and he also takes all of the buffs all the debuffs you put on him, and he kind of throws them on you, which is also kind of terrible. And he has an ability where once he gets stronger, he can kind of one-shot heroes. So yeah, he sucks. But the first few times you fight him, he's actually not too bad. He almost seems like there's nothing to fight. Like he almost seems like he's a joke fight. Like I was like, this is a boss. What the hell is everyone talking about? Because I saw a lot of videos that were saying, oh, he's really hard, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then you get to his third iteration in Doom Tower normal, and you start to see what the hubbub is about, and it is about a lot of things. So yeah, you will have a problem with this fight. Now, the reason we're using the heroes that we're using right now is for many reasons. One, we have a revive, all right, on Syl. If Syl for some reason gets killed, hopefully not first, or actually hopefully first, then Master Butcher can actually bring her back. And then you've got the burns from Drex, which is a minimal issue if it gets put back on your team. It doesn't really hurt you, but it definitely screws the boss up a lot, so it's kind of nice to have that in there. And he's defensive, so he doesn't die. And then you've got Apothecary and you've got Spirit Host who are there to kind of help with the buffs and taking things off and just keeping the team running. All right. So this team works on auto. I don't have to do anything different. I don't have to change anything. I think they might have lost once. Like there's really not. I don't see them lose this fight very often. Uh, do things happen? Yes. I mean, every once in a while, the fight might take a little bit longer and something happens where you just, whatever. But they're able to beat this, and they are able to beat this on hard mode, I believe. We did do the Griffin on hard mode as well. So it is beatable. It's a little bit more scary on hard mode. We definitely got it down to the point where it's like the last second, and a smite went off and finally killed the Griffin. So you may end the fight with like 2 people still alive, and just expect it. But for this one, I don't think they don't really have a lot of trouble with this fight, especially if you get some smites in there. Yeah, otherwise it's a pretty reasonably easy fight. He just removes all the buffs that you put on your team, and it doesn't really matter. So as long as you're not throwing, I think there's a couple things on here that could hurt you. I forgot what they were. Really, if your team has a ton of debuffs that you're throwing on the boss, that is going to come back to haunt you, because you're going to see how they're messing with Spirit Host. She's got low health, so basically he's going to hit her and then hit her again because she's below 50% HP. That's the one-shot skill. There you go. She's dead. Luckily, we can just revive her, and it doesn't really matter. There you go. She's back in action. The problem with this is when Syl dies, because she has a protect on someone, and they have like below 50% HP, and then they'll attack that dude twice and then kind of kill Syl. So just know that kind of crap does happen. But these guys are pretty well built at this point. There's not much, unless the fight goes too long where your heroes aren't built enough to do enough damage quickly. You may have an issue with this. Like, look, they're already at 10, so you will start to see some problems coming up in the next, say, you're already starting to see Spirit Host kind of getting to that point where she's going to take those 50% hits. And it's fine. Like, if we have to revive her, say, we revive her, she's back. No problems. But remember, that number at in the top corner here, this number is going to keep going up, and the higher that goes, the more dangerous this fight becomes. So you can't. This is one of those fights that if you're having trouble and you're getting killed, you can't really elongate the fight to win, unless you have like an insanely strong team that has a lot of shields and things like that. Say, there we go. We got the smite off. Having smite early on is much better. Healing Syl is the most important thing, so I'm glad that Apothecary decided to do that. Oh, she's getting whacked. Now, the question here is whether or not the other guys can handle with what's going on. So she's going to kill Syl, so now we have no revives unless Master Butcher dies. This does happen. I'm letting you know ahead of time. You will have moments where this gets tough. Luckily, Master Butcher and Drex are very defensive and can kind of heal themselves back up. So they don't really have to worry too much, which is why the team kind of works every time. If Syl stays alive, and it'll make the fight a lot shorter. But your big winners here are these two. Look at the good news is as soon as Master Butcher gets killed, he's going to revive someone. But I don't think it's going to. It might not happen. There you go. Let's say the burn killed him. So yeah, this is Drex's. This is Drex's playground. Is basically what this is. So he can stay alive with Master Butcher long enough to win the fight if somebody dies. If Sil does stay alive, the fight goes a lot quicker. So that actually right there, that fight was my best time on that. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So not terrible. So Drex and Master Butcher are your main heroes. Sil is just there to make sure that you've got a smite there here and there to kind of get the HP down quicker. And the other two are just there. I mean, honestly, you could probably switch out Spirit Host for a more defensive hero if you wanted to bring in somebody else. You could do that. I mean, I don't really see a reason to actually bring her now that we're doing it, but you know what? It works and I haven't changed it. So that's why we're doing it. And this is the most simple version of this fight with heroes that you can just get. Like everyone will have them eventually. So it's not like this is some weird, crazy team. At least you know they win almost every time. Like I said, I can't even remember the last time the team lost. It gets close, but I never see them die. All right. And they do this on hard mode as well. So let's take a look at them all and just see how they're built and why it works. Let's go in here. So obviously, Sil is a great hero, so is Drex. So Drex is built up in lifesteal. He is all maxed out on his skills. He has Ward of the Fallen for his blessing. We got 1 star I bought from the shop by saving up 20 coins. And his masteries are all the way down to Giant Slayer because of his A1. It hits 3 times. And then he's got a bunch of defensive stuff on his masteries. Artifacts, I think we did crit rate, we've got defense on the chest and speed on his boots. His total stats as of right now, so you can see they're not crazy stats, 43,000 HP, he's got 1,800 attack, he's got 3,920 defense, 156 speed, so his speed is trash. Crit, I have the hiccups, crit rate is 92%, 93% crit damage, we've got 254 resist, 169 accuracy. All right, let's get out of here. Sil is your basic build. She's in a crappy Relentless set that we got in the beginning of the game. It's nothing crazy, nothing good. She's got actually very low stats, surprisingly enough. Defense on the glove. She's got defense on her chest. It's a flat stat, which is even worse. Speed on the boots. I love showing off my bad builds because they work, which means you can easily improve this. So defense on the ring, crit damage on the amulet, and accuracy on her banner. We did build her mostly accuracy. She has the highest accuracy, I think, out of all my heroes in the game, all the way down to Eagle Eye because we want that accuracy. And then she's got a very specific defensive build to get some extra, decreases damage received by 8% when this champion's hit with a crit. Things to keep her alive. We want her alive, counterattacking, and doing stuff like that. I also have this, which heals the champion each time an enemy is healed, which is nice. You want her to heal. You want her to stay alive. That's what she's about. And her total stats are 40,000 HP, 1,700 attack, 4,000 defense, 178 speed, once again, very low, 65% crit rate, 130 crit damage, 139 resistance, and 330 accuracy. She's actually not my highest. I think my highest is 360. So that's her. And then we've got our rare friends, which are awesome. Apothecary, who is in all speed stuff. That's basically it. He's in righteous and speed, whatever speed you can get him in, all right? He's got defense on the glove, he's got defense on the chest, and speed on the boots, and then he's all defense down here. All defense, we want him to not get killed, and you could conceivably switch one of these to HP, that is fine. It wouldn't really hurt you. All his skills are maxed, he's got the Carapace Blessing. Masteries, all the way down to Giant Slayer for his 3-hitter on his A1, and then a bunch of healing stuff so that he can heal more. His stats are probably the worst out of everybody as far as being perfectly built. His crit rate is supposed to be way higher because his heals can crit, so we have a 32%, so it's not good. But we do have him. He is my fastest hero in the entire account. He's got 265 speed, 41,000 HP, 1,800 attack, 3,973 defense, 32% crit rate, 77% crit damage, 220 resist, and 125 accuracy. He does not need accuracy at all, so don't even worry about accuracy on him. All right, Spirit Host. Again, these are always, it's funny because you're going to see these videos and a lot of the same heroes are going to kind of rear their ugly heads. So you're going to see the same heroes in these builds pretty much through most of my Doom Tower fights. She's in a bolster set for Spirit Host. We've got her in an attack set for the glove. We've got her in an HP chest, and we've got her in a speed boot. This hasn't changed since the beginning. She's held up in the same set, basically. I think I improved a few pieces, but that's about it. She's got attack on her ring. She's got defense on her amulet and resistance on her banner. That way she doesn't take any fears and all that stuff. It's always good to have somebody who doesn't get hit by stuff. Skills all max, Phantom Touch Blessing, so she can do more damage to heal herself. And then she's all the way down to War Master, and she's got some speed and some healing stuff going on here, and some bookage in case she gets stat bonuses, but I don't even think we need that, to be honest. All right, total stats on her are 40,000 HP, 3,200 attack. She's got 1,800 defense, 244 speed. So she is pretty much up there with what's his face, Apothecary. 41% crit rate, 83% crit damage, 194 resist, and 161 accuracy. All of these builds can be made insanely better. Yes. And then the boy that everyone loves. Where is he? Where's my dwarf man? Here we go. Master Butcher. I had the wrong dwarf. He is in a bunch of healing stuff, basically the immortal sets, and he heals by 3% every time, and he's got some speed. We want to make sure he's running fast with a ton of HP. He's got 60% HP on his glove, 60% HP on his chest, and 50% HP on his boots. So yeah, he's got a lot of freaking HP, all right? We put a ton on him. He's my highest HP hero. HP on the ring, defense on his amulet. I think that's probably just because I had it. I'd probably just switch it to accuracy, to HP if I really wanted to. Resistance on his banner. So let's look at him. Skills all maxed. He's awesome. Faultless defense for the mastery blessing. Masteries, he has a very specific setup that I have. He's the only hero that has this setup going down to HP, Elixir of Life. So we do have him going all the way down there to give him the extra HP. And then he's got a bunch of defense stuff in here. He's increasing ally resist for each buff placed by them, placed on them by this champion. So he can actually increase resistance of all my heroes by doing the crit rate up and all that. So we have him built like that. He's got some accuracy so we can land provokes, things like that. Total stats, let's look at him. He's got 78,800 HP. I love it. It's the best way to go. All HP on this guy. 200 attack. He's got 2,500 defense. 181 speed, which is actually really good considering I have him in HP on all three stats. So the fact that we got him to 181 is actually kind of impressive for me. 51% crit rate. He doesn't really need it. 81% crit damage. 181 resist, and 152 accuracy. He doesn't really need accuracy too much because his provoke, I think, is guaranteed. So you don't have to worry about that for the provoke. It's more for, actually, you don't need it at all, really. So that's that. All right, so that's all the team members. Master Butcher is pretty cool. I really like him. You'll see him pop up in a few Doom Tower dungeons because he just doesn't die, and he can revive someone if he does. So it's kind of like a nice little one-off thing, and it's on a cooldown, I believe. So he will revive every once in a while. Like as long as the fight doesn't kill all your heroes fast, he's a great hero to have if it's a slow fight. But other than that, yeah, this fight it's kind of annoying. It took me a while to beat, and it's going to take you a little bit too if you just started, so don't get frustrated. The first two versions are very easy. The third one is just disgustingly hard. I think it took me, and I think I failed the first rotation, and I had to wait, what is it, like 2-3 months for the next rotation to come up for me to even beat it. So just know that it's going to take you some time. We've been playing for about 1.5 years now, so obviously, we're going to have a little bit more stuff and a little better heroes and a little bit better gear and all that stuff to make it look a little easier. So don't get bogged down. Just keep building your heroes. Keep trying. Find someone else who's good. I'm sure you'll have better heroes than me. I'm only mystery shard, so it is what it is. And yeah, that's it. So this is the Griffin of Doom Tower, the Celestial Griffin. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.